How's it going, guys? Jackson here with the Toasty Bros, and today we're going to be doing a review of this. So it's a little bit random compared to what we normally do, but still a tech item, so we're going to do it anyways. It's a Turcom TS6580B. A lot of numbers, I don't know what they mean, but there's a few different models of it, which I'm going to show you the drivers for them right here. You can see there's about this many different models. They have higher end ones, lower end ones, and overall though, so far I've been pretty impressed. They have pretty decent reviews too. They're not like some super knockoff company or anything like that, so it's definitely good. And basically what you do with this, for anyone who doesn't know what a graphics tablet is you would use programs like Photoshop and Paint, and you can basically do things like draw and move images with them. You can cut and paste, you can do all sorts of different things. The pen has little buttons on it. Now you do actually have to use this pen with it, and the pen does take battery. And I say battery, I think it just takes one battery. And then the tablet itself, all you gotta do to get that going is download the drivers for it. Alright guys, so we got the Turcom tablet hooked up and ready to go. We got the stylus right here. So as you can see, it does have like a hover feature where you can hold the actual stylus about maybe an inch away from the screen and it won't actually draw anything. You can just move the cursor around, and as soon as you go and touch the screen, you can see you can start drawing with it. So overall, it's actually pretty easy to use. I know that looks awful, but I promise it's because I'm trying to hold it up, look at what I'm doing, watching myself record the video at the same time, so I can really talking to us at once. As you can see, the logo lights up whenever you do any type of interaction with the drawing board, and you can see though, as long as you check where you're actually at on the tablet before you start drawing, it's really easy to do some pretty cool stuff with it. So yeah, you can do things like change your brush. Let's do some spray paint here. But of course this is kind of a crude example. You can do things like Photoshop, and there's a lot of other things you can do, which I'm not really much like a photo editor or drawing type person, but I can definitely tell you that I would really want something like this though if I did do this stuff a lot, which I'm glad that they sent us one, because surely as long as I have one, I'll actually use it. And for doing things in Photoshop, so, because I normally would have Photoshop, but I just don't have it downloaded yet, by the way, but for doing things like outlining someone to crop them, this will actually work really good. I've seen videos of people doing that where instead of using your cursor and mouse to do everything, you can basically use this, find where you're at, and then you can do some pretty precise stuff with it. And I think it's more enjoyable too. You actually feel like you're really, you're actually doing it. You're not just using like a mouse, you're actually drawing it and everything electronically. And I feel like this would be something that's really good for, if anyone has kids or anything. You can buy one of these with a little laptop. I was using it with my 11.6-inch Asus laptop, and it works flawlessly with that too. I was just using it with Paint once again, but you can use it with pretty much anything. And I know there is games where you actually do have to do things like draw and stuff like that, so these can serve game purposes too. And lastly, let's not forget, you can also use these for business related purposes. If you have any type of programs that can use grid format type things, or, and I'm trying to think of some other examples. Of course you can, if you have any type of business things that use Photoshop, such as designing t-shirts for your company, stuff like that, you could definitely use something like this. And overall though, for the price though, it's an entry-level type tablet, but you really don't get much more paying more for a tablet, at least not in my opinion. And this comes from someone who doesn't use tablets, drawing tablets a lot. Like, I've used them before in school, but other than that, I don't know too much about them. Now the only feature I would have to somewhat complain about here, and this is the only problem I really found with this tablet, let's go ahead and change the secondary color, and let's change this to white. Alright, so we're going to go over to here. So right now you can see it should draw as white, which I'm using really weird, I'm using a brush right now. Let me change that to, okay, now I'm using a brush. Alright, so now you can see it's using white. So now we're going to click this button right here. We're going to do the bottom button. So what that's going to do is it's supposed to change the color to yellow. Now you can see I'm dragging the tablet here, and it's almost like it lags out. It's really weird. It doesn't matter how much pressure I put on it, and it starts to blend and stuff like that. Like, I have the button held down, and you can see it started off white, buttons held down, start off white, not really doing anything now. That's really the only problem I have with it. Now you can see the button up here. What that's supposed to do is make it to where this is like a cursor, which seems to some, or at least I think it's supposed to make it like a cursor. That's what I've noticed from it. Like this one seems to change color most of the time, and this one seems to make it act as just a cursor to where if you try and draw, it's not supposed to. Which I don't have any. Yeah, you can see every time I lift it off the board, it draws. Like if I have the button held down right now, it still draws. So I'm not really sure what's up with that. But for normal drawing and all that, it works fine. You can still select and change all of your colors up here and select whatever you want with this. Strangely enough, you can actually use it as a mouse if you wanted to. It's kind of difficult at times, but you can do all that with it. You can pull up the on-screen keyboard and literally do everything with it. Not that you'd want to do that, it's kind of impractical, but okay, so you can pick up one of these tablets right here. It's the exact same one on Amazon for $41.99 and Prime shipping. So you can get it in one day if you really want this bad boy the same day, or one day later, you know, whatever you want to do. And as far as I know, it just comes with this little pen holder, which is actually kind of strangely designed in my opinion. You can see it just basically holds the pen on there. I don't know, I would have went for something more of like a, where it angles it instead of just holding it flat, or maybe where it sticks straight in, but this is what they chose. I'm not sure if there's a reason why, or if it serves any other purposes really, but oh, this part actually comes out, and there's a metal thing in there. Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what that does. I'm assuming, I really don't know what it does, you know? Now I'm kind of confused, but anyways, back to the topic at hand. So you can get one of these for pretty cheap. You can also get the white version of it, which looks the exact same to me, but it's $34.99, so 35 bucks. It'd be really good for entry-level drawing and stuff like that, or if you do Photoshop and you need to be able to precisely do images, or some people like doing this more. I think I might like it more than using my cursor for doing things like trying to crop out images and stuff like that, because you can kind of trace around them a little bit easier. And then obviously in Paint it's a lot more fun. You can actually get this for your kids or something like that, and they can play with it. You can hook it up to your laptop. I had it hooked up to my little 11-inch or 11.6-inch Asus laptop, and that was actually pretty cool. So overall, I'm going to give it a pretty good rating, besides the whole buggy thing with Paint, where it was supposed to go to color 2 and it kind of like bugged out and would do, it would take like a few seconds and it would sometimes cycle back to the color 1. I'm not sure why that is, but overall though, easy to use, yes, very easy. Is it plug and play? Not quite. It's plug and download one driver that's really simple to install. Really don't get much easier for a driver install, honestly. Just go to their website, figure out which model you have. So I can't really you know, knock that too much. You know, things like this usually can't be plug and play. The design and portability, definitely pretty good. It's a little bit, it's really not heavy, but it's definitely, it's not like a notebook. It's a little bit, it's more like the weight of a book, but the thickness of a notebook. And I honestly think that's kind of a good thing though. It doesn't feel like it's super cheap. It doesn't feel like it's all just plastic, you know. It feels like it'll actually stand to a little bit of impact in case you were to drop it or something like that. And then the actual stylus has like a little grip on it, and it's pretty prestigious feeling, I guess you could say. But you know, really not much more to say about it. So I'm gonna, you know, I liked it. I'm definitely giving it a good review on Amazon. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you want to go buy this tablet, we will have a link for it in the description, and it'll actually be an affiliate link. So if you guys want to buy one of these, then go ahead and do that, and that'll help us out a little bit. We'll get a little bit of a kickback from that. So it'd be very nice if you guys did. And we hope you guys enjoyed this review though, and we'll see you guys later.